know what we're doing here. This is DeMarcus here with your motivational mix here for all of us to take throughout our day and enjoy the rest of our day in a positive fashion. That way the world knows that we're just as great as everybody else, if not better. And what I'm doing right now is waiting for Facebook to get online, and here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing this morning? Facebookers, YouTubers, all of you. Hey. So we're going into how do you attack your worst enemy? Now, the thing about your worst enemy is that that worst enemy that we're talking about has an ability to keep you down, has ability to keep you stable, in position and not move, has ability to keep you scared and feared, and sorry, in fear. So the first thing you have to do to get your worst enemy underneath check is to figure out who your worst enemy is. Now the thing is, a lot of you are thinking about like, oh yeah, my mom has kept me in the way she talks to me, I hate it. Or man, this one guy from work, I can't stand him. Or man, my brothers. And no, I want you to truly think about who your worst enemy is, because even though those people are putting some kind of effect on you and an effect on your life, they are not your worst enemy. Your worst enemy is you, because you have greatness inside of you, and you are destined for greatness on many levels. The problem is that there's outside forces continuously telling you that you're not great, so you forget. That goes to yesterday's baggage piece, that we kind of forget how great we are when we get into the world. I forgot my greatness for a very long time trying to grow up just so I could fit in, right? So there's outside forces consistently all the way around us telling us that we're not great, telling us that we're not good enough, telling us that we can't do that, telling us that we shouldn't do that, telling us not to make a move. And that is actually okay, because guess what? They're on the outside. ET says it isn't a problem. A boat doesn't sink because of the water on the outside of it. It's expected to. As a matter of fact, it can't sail without the water on the outside. So you need those people. But the problem is that when that water gets inside of the boat, that's when you have a problem. So when you're having water come inside of your boat, that's when your boat sinks. So it's okay to have all those haters on the outside. It just depends on how much you listen to them. So once you identify that you're your worst enemy, you start to realize that the people around you have no effect. You don't actually have to listen to those people. I know they're family, but you don't actually have to have them in your life, and that's a hard thing to do. Sometimes you have to make a decision for yourself, because if that's the block that you have that's getting you to the next level is a family, you've got to let them go, because you can't move. You get what I'm saying? I hope you do. So let's go back to it again. So how do you attack your worst enemy? Well, the thing is, once you figure out that you are your worst enemy, not the people around you, because that's victim mentality. Whenever it's inside of you, you're allowing them to come into your life. You're allowing what they're saying to be true. You have to attack yourself, because think about it. Your mind is so strong that it's able to keep you thinking that you're not good enough, that you're not fast enough, that you're not fit enough, that you're not, you don't weigh, and all these things that you're thinking, all these thoughts you're thinking are coming from here. These are the thoughts that keep you where you are. So what you have to do now is attack those thoughts. You've got water inside of your boat, whether it's around even TV, things that you don't know. TV is programming you every day to feel fit. Relationships should be this way, blah, blah, blah. All of this around your boat is in there. So now you got to scoop out water. You got to scoop out water and hope you don't have any water in the holes in the boat. Now, once you scoop out all the water, if there's water still coming in, now you got holes in your boat. Now you've got to take a look at what's actually going on the bottom of your boat. Do I need to actually, nail some stuff in and put some wood over some of these holes? Because there's some holes there. So you have to attack what you think about you. Your worst enemy is you. You are the one that is in your head telling you that you are not good enough. You're the one in your head letting in the thoughts of other people that are now in your head thinking about, wait a second, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I can't do this. Once you attack him, that person inside of you, or her, that person inside of you, watch how your life changes. Watch what you say or to yourself once you realize that you are the problem. That's the hardest part. That's what the part I had to go and kind of get a hold of, is that I was the problem in my life. And until I started attacking me, I was not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what everybody else around me says. That's gonna always be there. The bigger your dream, the bigger your haters. And without haters, you don't move. Without the water, your boat just stays in the dock. Be grateful you have someone to say you're not good enough. Be grateful that you have someone in your life that's not gonna do you right. And understand that you don't have to allow them to have value, but you can still have them out there talking all day long. This talk doesn't mean anything. If I told you you suck right now, which I would never do, you have to let that in. You have to let that in, because I said you suck. So what you got to hear is that you suck is all the way around you. Okay, you suck. We're right. You suck, but you have to take claim of that. Then you have to say that, oh, wait a second, maybe I do suck. So now I went, you suck, and I threw it at you, right? And not only did you catch it because you said I suck, you caught it and changed that verb of you to I, and you accepted it in. You get what I'm saying? So you are your worst enemy. You are the one who does the most damage to yourself. Attack that person. Fight that person. Don't worry about fighting whoever else is talking around you or side by side and near you. Don't worry about that, because those are just words that you have to accept. But you have greatness inside of you. And it isn't until you realize that and you take a chance to put yourself out there and you start not worrying about the outside stuff, that your mind will change. When you stop worrying about what everything else is going on and what you're not doing, and you start focusing on what you need to do, your mind doesn't have time to tell you negative thoughts. Yeah, it's going to be scary at first, but you have to get to work. Let your mind work for you, not against you. And that's all I want to say. Fight your monster and your demon inside. That is your biggest competitor. That is your biggest enemy. That is what you need to attack. And once you do that, once you can actually see, the thing is, your brain only gives you what you give it. So you allowed it to consistently take in this negativity and say negative things about you. But there is a power in you. And what it takes to get to it is you have to have your brain and you working at the same place at the same time, going forward together. Now, it's easier to paddle. Yeah, it's one person paddling a boat. It's going to be a little harder. But imagine two people paddling a boat and putting a motor on the back. Now, all of a sudden, you're moving faster and you're not working against yourself. Trying to go forward with a motor on your back or a motor on your boat is great. Trying to go forward with the motor in front, pushing against you while you're going against the waves, you're not going to get very far. Put the motor in the back and utilize your mind, because your mind can only give you what you ask of it. And if you stop putting the negative things in, whether it's all those things around you, the people that saying things, TV, media, all these things that are around you, the news, don't watch the news. If you stop putting all that stuff in your brain and you start putting in the proper things, like the book that Brooke gave me, thank you very much, or the other things that are in your body that you need to listen to, E.T., all these other videos online, just type in motivational videos. You'll find a lot. Put that stuff in there and see how powerful you become. And that's all I have for you guys today. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I want you to get to your greatest self as I go to mine, and we can team up and take on this world. But it starts here. And it starts here. Believing in yourself, that you don't have to let anybody else in your mind but yourself. And that's all I have to say, and I hope you guys have a great day. For those of you in Missouri, stay a little dry. And those of you around, be safe, and I hope to talk to you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday.